Once upon a time, there was an old woman who walked the wooded paths of the land, your land. She was called by many names and had many faces in her pocket that she could pick out at will and place on her ever-young face. Sometimes she looked like Baba Yaga, the witch of the wildwood. Sometimes she looked like Hecate, all in black, like an old Greek woman mourning her husband's passing still after 100 years, and making sure the crossroads were clear of fallen trees so that when you passed, you could choose any path that the doll in your pocket wanted to take. You remember her. Sometimes you would see her as she cackled and giggled and lifted her skirts to show you her gaping yoni. And when you looked into her vulva, you saw a million universes all waiting to be born. Do you remember that time? Do you remember when she winked at you and offered you a knowing smile? Can you smell her? Taste her? The corona, the crowner, the crone. You know the one. She comes to you in your dreams sometimes as Black Madonna, as a crone woman with hollow bones, compassionate eyes, and a warming brew. She visited you once as you died from 1,000 cuts and bruises. You remember the time. It is etched on your soul. Well, she was the one stroking your hair and saying, there, this is for something, and this too will pass. But you must stay with me a while to learn and see what you hadn't been able to see about yourself before. She comes to you with a wicked idea that goes against culture. She comes to you in the daring of acting on it. You know the one. She's the one who dares you. She's the rot in the leaf litter and the cold bite of the north wind as it blows through your very bones. She's in the freeze and burning of your anxiety and the volcanic blasts of your rage. She's in the bliss of your kundalini energy and the stillness in the bowl of your hips. That bowl that's full of warm oil that you swish and tend and that warms the core of your creative life. You know the one. You saw her yesterday. She was in the mirror as you wished for something else, something different to what your life has brought you. You met her last Tuesday when you kicked leaves and carved pumpkins to ward away the spirits. She was there in the supermarket on 1,000 shelves as vampire, bat, witch, cauldron, skull, decay, lantern, sweet candy. And she held out to you a ripe pomegranate that she had just ripped open with her long nails and insisted, eat. Well, she comes to you now again. This one is tenacious. She will bear you to your bones and scour you raw with her golden scouring pad until all the layers of you have been exposed. Then she will tend to you and bathe you in milk and soothe you until you learn to grow a new skin. She is wicked and she is kind. She only has your life in her hands, and she wants you to live it. You know the one. Well, she comes to you now. She comes to you now, inside, in your imagination, in your body sensation. She is evoked in your psyche, in your body. Do you see her? Do you feel her? Do you sense her? Do you smell her? She is not you, and yet she is in you. She is not you, and yet she is in you. Now look closer. Do you see what she has in her hands for you? Do you see what she is offering? It will only come once, what she has to offer. I wonder, will you take it? Dare you take it? Well now, you should take it. You see, what she offers is gold. What she offers is your corona, your crown, the crone to behold. Now, remember, this crone time, this time in the seasons and the wheel of the year, this is your time. Your time to fall like the leaves, to let go, to surrender into the dark days, to look up to the starry, starry heavens, to see how small you are and how precious, to see how insignificant you are, and yet the world would be lost without you. To see the many pomegranate seeds nestling in beside you, shoulder to shoulder, and yet you yourself, a unique seed of life. She will lead you into paradox. She will tend to you there as you learn to dance, as you learn to wear the crown of yourself. So go well, dear traveller, as you journey deep, deep, deep with the crown. Go well.